Hello. I'm gonna be honest. This stream might end very suddenly. Through no fault of mine. I'm mildly concerned today. Due to there being an actual thunderstorm ongoing in the area. My light just flickered, so I'm slightly concerned. Let's get into game and hope it doesn't go too wrong. Hello, Alexander on Twitch. Twitch is in the wrong place. There we go. Alex has seen the Twitch live notification. I like it. I like it myself. I think it fits the branding. There we go. So let's get into. Oh god, where am I going to put XSplit and all this? I haven't thought any of this through. You can sit down there like that. So, our plan for today is I need to get Project Fly open and just do a quick booking here from FCBB to FZAA. Why do they do this in the A3? Why is this an actual commercial flight? I'm just gonna choose like a random, I'm not even sure what the BE9L is. Oh, that's the C90. There we go. The new flight sim does look really good. Paste the route, no. And because it doesn't, we literally don't have a route for this. Just go with that. And I'll need Swift client up. Twitch chat is broken, yes. I don't know why, but it is. Just connecting to VATSIM real quick. VFR. I think 100 knots is a bit. Bit hopeful. Instead of cruising altitude 7,000. We're not gonna need cruising altitude in this flight. So welcome to the Piper Cub. It's a bit more basic than what we've been flying lately. It's also not exactly for explain level. Let's get this thing set up. Let's get the fuel flow on. Get the fuel set to both. I did, Yanis. I also saw the Microsoft Flight Simulator that actually looks really surprisingly good. Crack throttle and use the magical starter. And that is our Cub started. Why is the sound so quiet? Oh, it's because the aircraft exterior sounds are set to quiet. There we go. I don't know where the hell a parking brake is in this. I don't think it matters. So, yeah, this is our first of the two chariots today. Hey, Greek dude. Oh, this thing has a habit of doing weird ground loops. Question, answer. Come on. Oh, if I go full lock on the... Okay, that works. If I go full lock on the tail wheel, it doesn't like doing that. A Cub, you are supposed to be at the front, yes. I'm still wondering why there's a... Oh, the BA-747 flew over your house? Nice. Yeah, I need to get Forza reinstalled. Myself and Landy are toying with the idea of... I've just realised that the chat rules are on Twitch. Oh well. Did say Twitch is less PG, so that can stay the way that it is. I've just realised this has no transponder, so I'm gonna have to do some stuff in... Where is it? Aircraft? Oh, cockpit. There we go. We'll set 7th. Actually, we'll set 1200 just to be on the safe side, because that's the US squawk. Charlie 122.8. There we go. So what kind of wind are we dealing with? Wind looks like it's more suited towards taking off that end of the runway. Also, this can't really taxi quickly, so I do apologize for the ultra slow taxi. I'm basically already on takeoff power, so having to be a bit cautious here. Microsoft conference, you got most hype for... Did you watch the Devolver conference, Yanis? You need to watch the Devolver conference. They announced an arcade game. And I don't mean like a game that has arcade elements. I mean a literal arcade cabinet. The story continues. That I swear, Devolver. I need to rewatch it because I missed the start of it. Devolver just have the best conferences. What is this thing? This is a Piper Cub. I believe this is the 46 Piper Cub. It has a whole, like, 80 horsepower. Yeah, I hope Devolver makes fun of the guy who was at the Bethesda conference yesterday. Just, yeah! Oh, yeah! Wow! This is meme leg. That's why I'm going VF. That's why I haven't brought up any flight plans or anything. I know the heading I'll need, roughly. By the way, if you've not watched the Bethesda conference, there is literally just one guy who threw out just screeching yes to everything. Bethesda do everything that's good with gaming, though. Oh, that's us lined up on the runway. Takeoff power set. And believe it or not, we're in the air already. Now I need to just zoom in on this a bit. And it's gonna be a very slight left turn. No, it's to the right. Ah. I did practice this like a couple of times last night. And both times I took off to the other, from, well, not that end of the runway, but a bit further. Kind of flying in the opposite direction. Bethesda conference was very safe after last year. I think that was probably what they needed. It was a very safe conference where they didn't want to stir the pot too much. Bit disappointed they didn't talk about Elder Scrolls 6. But I mean, Fallout Battle Royale is a meme. that in itself is a meme. The Microsoft Flight Sim, though, that's what really caught me off guard. Hey, Dollar, how's things? Things are good. We're on meme leg currently, so I'm actually flying a plane for once. Yeah, we're still roughly heading in the right direction. There's what could be a roundabout, but is just a giant block. 2020 console launch titles, which is all the more confusing that Bethesda didn't at least talk about them. We are at our stunningly amazing cruise power, cruising speed now of 65 knots. And we're turning, I don't know what to do. There's two airports over here and I'm just gonna pick one. They usually talk about games that are coming soon. That's why they talked about Elder Scrolls last year then. See, it's annoying when they talk about a game one year, then just ignore it the next. Which is interesting, one of my thoughts. It looks to me, I was talking to Landy about this last night, and you may or may not know that I absolutely despise Dovetail games. And the reason I hate them is because I bought Flight Sim World, which was kind of based on a FSX, but brought up to 21st century standards and that kind of stuff, and they just dropped it out of nowhere. I get the distinct feeling we found out what that nowhere was yesterday. There's not a whole lot on show. I mean, the scenery looks amazing. It's, you know, maybe more than just for the scenery, but the fact that it's coming to Xbox is slightly concerning for me. Things, I mean this in the nicest possible way to console players, things get simplified for console, and that's always a concern. Plane choice looks nice. The array of planes, I mean, there was an Icon A5, Diamond 42, Landy reckons there was a Super Cub or something similar to that. I would presume the obligatory Cessna 172 will be in there. And something that caught me a bit off guard was an Airbus A320. A320... Well, one of the A320 series, Neo. Like, let's say it was a 320 specifically. I need to look up my Navigraph real quick and see where we are. Are we on course? Even vaguely? No, we're massively off course. I was flying to... Yeah, where we actually need to go is across this river, and I was flying along it, which wasn't the best. I'll show you where we are on the world map here real quick. Ah, I see why I got lost. So, we are currently here. We left off from here, or we took off from here. And you can see that Okay, winds. I came to this island thinking this was Kinshasa, when in fact I was a bit far to one side. Unsure on how to progress in X-Plane. I mean, it depends on what you want to fly. I mean, if you want to fly stuff like the Piper Cub, this is free. If you want to fly some really good GA stuff, honestly, the laminar GA aircraft are really good. If, on the other hand, you want to perhaps go more to the commercial side of flying, you've got the Zebo mod and the 737 Ultimates, the pair of them. There's a 700 and 900. So you can have the 737 8 and 9 if you really wish. All in, I believe, the NGX configuration. And Zebo is working on a Max as well. Other than that, pretty much you're going to be looking at a lot of payware. Well, fortunately or unfortunately, you know, flight sim is a hobby, and one of those hobbies you pay for. I'm gonna take her down at this airport. It's a much shorter flight. I could go into the main one, but it's kind of off to one side, so I'm hoping MSFS is a full-on simulator. You've no idea anything. In which case, you're probably better off sticking with GA, which is smaller planes like this, the Cessna 172, the Beech Baron 58, cockpit switches. Yeah, you're best off just kind of going with the more GA side of things for now, at least. And I don't know if I'm even going on the right downwind here. Our base. We'll make this work. This, by the way, has no flaps, so I'm going to be coming in a bit faster than I'd like. Yeah, when you're starting off, I always advise people to start with general aviation, because that'll teach you the flight model itself and kind of what to expect from larger planes. Larger planes are obviously going to be a bit faster through the sky, but a bit slower on the turn. Yeah, I get the distinct feeling come to the wrong runway here, but we'll make it work. Okay, I'm not entirely sure what's going on with the aprons here, but we made it to airport. Let's set down this apron over here to the left, which looks to be the more sane apron. I do have runways follow train contours on, which is why everything looks a bit weird. Flight plans, equipment and stuff all just come in time, yeah. It's oddly, I would argue, for me at least, a lot more difficult to fly VFR, because you're having to navigate via visual references on the ground that you might not be all that familiar with. You like the Piper Cub? I I like this for very short hops. It's not much good for anything beyond, you know, a relatively short hop. For example, we've already finished this leg. That's how memey the meme leg has been. So I'm gonna stop over here somewhere, and we'll get swapped into our big plane for the day. For the main leg. Hey, Peter. Oh, you like the Cubs with the Tundra wheels? I think most people prefer Cubs with Tundras. And that's how to switch off Piper Cub. Just pull that. Pull the fuel out. So let's. I can't believe that there is actually a real flight between Brazzaville and Kinshasa, and also that it somehow takes half an hour. I'm not entirely sure why. Just got a notification. Very cool. Gonna actually put up the BRB screen here while we just swap planes. Oh, I've gone to the... We've gone to Ndolo, which is actually on the plan for the tour. I was planning on the other airport today, but oh well. Yeah, use this skin. Start a new flight. So we just need to wait for everything to load up. In the meantime, I'm going to just disconnect from BatSim real quick because we're going to need to... What's with the meme leg thing? That was the last leg, which was what I just landed as you came in, Peter. We flew from, and you can look this up on Google Maps, we flew from Maya Maya International Airport in Brazzaville to Ndolo Airport in Kinshasa, which is literally just flying across the Congo River. We do have a few meme legs left. Oh, let's change to Eswatini now, or Eswatini. One of them's in Rome actually, because we've got technically two countries to visit in Rome. So we'll be landing in Roma Urbe, which has had its name changed recently. And we'll be flying from there to Fiumicino. Unless... Yeah, no, they haven't. I'm flying into a very random small airport in Rome. That's interesting because the other airport... Okay, that makes a bit more sense. Good... Where the hell did we spawn in? Good news. We have the King Air. And I am going to plan a flight here. Manual input from CAB to... is it just called Luanda? Luanda. Luanda, 4th of February. In Angola. Auto-gen the route. We're gonna go highways, create. It's gonna magically create a route for us. There we go. No departures from the airport. Good. Hey, Banana Ground. So this is gonna be our route. We're gonna be flying direct to the Kinshasa VOR, then then via UT 943 to Antux. Then direct to Yativo and then into Luanda Airport from there. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to kill this leg in Project Fly. Create new booking from FCAB to Funlu. Manually enter, and we're in the Beach 200 today, which is the BE20. There we go. Golf Romeo Delta Whiskey Tango. Book dispatch, paste route. Type route. Save. Paste. Dispatch. Fly now. And over to the Swift client. B20. And we're going to private. Is Rose flying with me? Yes. Whatever is over X-Plane is an error 502. It doesn't. There's... That's the... Project Fly... Why is that broken? That was the Project Fly overlay that broke. I am on... Well, I will be online in 3, 2, 1. Online. And we're going IFR this time. Just refresh that. So true airspeed is going to be about 270 knots at 17,000 feet. FCAB at 1710, we'll say, ish. We'll just paste that in. Whoops. You could fly with me, but it is I'm on an actual network, so there would be, in theory, there aren't at the moment, air traffic controllers and stuff going on. Right, let's get this plane ready to fly. Let's get rid of that. Batteries and gens on. Auto ignition armed. Bleed air environmental off. Get engine 2 starting. Up to 25% N1. We'll introduce R2. We'll introduce fuel. 24, 25, and fuel. Totally do that. Needs to be trained by you'd need to be trained by somebody like VAT UK, and it would be VAT UK for you. But you could totally be an ATC. Quite hard to hear me. Yeah, that was because the engine on this are quite loud. The engine once is when I started. I would argue, for the amount that I play X-Plane, €60 is a bargain. But there is going to be a Steam sale in the next few weeks in theory, and X-Plane tends to come under a sale around then. Just bear with me while I do some setups here. go. Now we get into the flight plan. And flight plan. Here, 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 here. Clear. And our flight plan is going to be... I want this up there. I'll just move over here. K. S. There's your alpha. Sierra Alpha to India Tango very nice, dude. Denver Echo Alpha November Tango Uniform X-ray. The problem of putting on a flight plan to GPS is it does take a little while. Oops. TiVo is direct to F N L U. There we go. And now I need to get... Yeah, I'm using real weather at the moment, so there is a chance that I might need to divert due to weather. Yes, fantastic. New tower? Only tower available for some reason. Okay, we'll go to this. FCA. 2020-04, good. 10152997. 10152997. And our altitude is going to be... what can we look like that? 17,000. You don't know the controls on the plane, looks very complicated. It's only complicated if you let it be complicated. I'll be very honest. Taxi. Best way to learn to fly, Cessna 172, and just taking off in the air. Watching streams and stuff. This airport has no charts. Oh, good. Right, that's inconvenient, so I'm just going to go to the nearest runway then. Is there a better taxiway to the runway? I'm saying not really, because I don't know where that goes. Yeah, the best way to learn to fly is to like watch flight sim streams. Maybe people other than me, you know, Flight Data Sim, Captain Canada, Chewy94, Brad M over Twitch. Actually, Chewy's on Twitch too. You know, people like that who know what they're doing and have done this for probably a bit longer than me. Okay, going out to the runway. That's good.
Approaching 08.
Up. Lights on, strobe light on.
On runway 08. Flaps, flaps.
I just realised where everything was so loud as I had the door open this entire time. And we are... Oh, you're up.
FSC flight not started.
Yeah, I accidentally left the passenger door open. Just open the autopilot here. That. Actually, we can definitely go better than that. There we go, and let's engage the autopilot. That'll bring us up to 17,000 feet. Oh, it's also going by... No, it's not. I can also do that. Yeah, Sim is streaming today, as is Landy. We all spoke about this on TeamSpeak last night. It's just... I've got that set to vlog. GG me. So now we're actually turning on to course. Course 181. No, that's for 275. 8. 2 will do probably. Oh, that's 177. There's only one. There's only one. Wow, we're quite drastically off course. That's 8. Arc. That's all good there. There we go. The stream will end probably after this leg, so we're probably looking at about 2 hours. 2.5 hours from now. Hey, Massey. Yeah, the last 2 days have just been a bit of a write-off. Yesterday, I just didn't want to stream. I didn't feel up to it. Saturday, I slept. I was asleep for a disturbing amount of time on Saturday. Did I watch the Formula 1? No, and I'm glad that I didn't waste my time. Now, I know what happened in the Formula 1, and I can very easily give my opinion on what happened with the Formula 1. But do you really want me to tell you what you already know, that Formula 1 is screwed? That Formula 1 is struggling, that Formula 1 is in trouble? Do I really need to tell you that? Or do you already know that Formula 1 basically needs intensive care? The DC8 at Kinshasa, very nice. Formula, that was ridiculous. Formula, no bloody racing allowed, sorry. Holy cow, that looks stunning. There's a lot of mist down there, but I can just see buildings as far as I can see. That's amazing. You have a car now too? Oh god. Rip all the Welsh drivers. I've just realised why we're massively off course. This plane has a bug. Stewards left a gap. Any data. Thing is, they applied the rule as it's written. So I don't have issue with the rule being applied. Well, I do have issue with the rule being applied. They applied the rule as it is in the book, which, you know, if 99.999% of the time, that's perfectly fine. But this was the first time in 2019 that there was actually a fight for the lead and for the win. And the two top guys, the two guys that were actually in with a chance of winning the race and the championship, were fighting on track, and the stewards took that away from the fans. After 6 races in a row, or 7 in a row, however many in a row, of Mercedes just walking away with it, the time that there was finally some sort of exciting racing, some sort of excitement, the stewards decided that's when, yeah, now we need to apply the rules exactly as they're written. No, yeah, messy. Look, I'm all for rules being applied. You know, I do it here, but you also notice, if you've been here for a while, that sometimes I just don't. Sometimes I say it's against the rules, but I'll allow it because reason. It's because the rules are guidelines for me. You know, they're there for a reason. But I mean, if somebody's doing something outside of the rules and it's entertaining or funny or exciting, then it should be allowed. And all they succeeded in doing yesterday in Canada, all the stewards succeeded in doing, was saying, hey, you know that hard racing that all the fans actually want? Yeah, that's not allowed anymore. I just realised I'm still squawking World Sierra. Where's my transponder? No, I should be squawking to... How do I change this bloody transponder to 000? Mad size new you today? Yeah, it's been... Oh, good news, the thunder's gone. The storm has moved on. There's flight level 170. Let's get the props down to something that could resemble a cruise. Let's get the fuel dial back. And let's get the throttle up to full turbine. In fact, we don't really need full turbine. Let's go 80% well, let's go 90% turbine. There we go, 90% turbine, dialed back, dialed in nicely. There we go. There's a cruise. There was Microsoft Flight Simulator, and I've already signed up for the mailing list for that. If you didn't know, by the way, there's a mailing list for like beta access and whatnot. I've signed up for that. I'm gonna just bring the props up a bit, bring the condition up a bit. Just want to try and get a bit more speed out of this without. Or does the props need to come back more? Go full pelt on the engine, screw it. And we'll pull the conditions back to there. There we go. I'm not sure what's going on with the sound here. There's definitely a sound. It sounds like a motorbike that's being run on like helium or something. There we go. Just gonna read the autopilot panel real quick and just fix the whoops. This is very fiddly if you didn't guess from me launching it about there a second ago. There we go. Nice to see that thing I did for D. That was really fun. That was really, really fun. We're not training edition now. We are on course. We are heading towards somewhere. Why is this not working? There we go. Heading towards 8 mil from Kinshasa-Luanda. 15 minutes away from 8 mil. Our true airspeed is ground speed 274. What did I file as my true airspeed? 270. Ooh, I feel like I got my true airspeed wrong. Probably actually going about 250. New Q cab? Is it for the Boeing Tractor 47? You're making that thing that you put on your Facebook? Auto ignition can come off. First looks good. Let's turn on the coffee. Turn off the smoking signs. Electrical heat to normal. And that does literally a thing. Rotor boost can come on. Set that to auto. Or vent normal. Or low.
Try this yourself. It's extremely dangerous.
Anything else I need to fiddle with here? No. Nope, we're good. Yes to both questions. Brilliant. Will Andy be streaming after? Will Andy be streaming at 7, yeah. It might not necessarily be after me, but we've always had this agreement that if we're playing something that's non-farm sim, that streams are just a bit of a free-for-all. Hence why Simulate's currently streaming over me, which I'm not complaining about. In fact, I encouraged him to, because some people want to watch farm sim, some people want to watch me doing something incredibly stupid in flight sim. Because I'm gonna be real with you guys, this is a stupid idea. This is an incredibly stupid idea. Like, if you haven't seen the route map, let me just move this into a folder real quick. Actually, it should really just go into this folder because I want to get rid of this one. Just throw everything in there for a second. How many? So if you farm sim doing any better, flight sim doing any better, or farm sim doing any better? Both doing about equal for me at the moment. So if you're wondering exactly how far along the tour I am, this should give you a rough idea. We're currently on this leg here that I'm just about to paint orange. So we're currently going between the, oh dear, the next leg is going to be a jet. So we started off in Dublin, went to Belfast, went to Edinburgh, went down to, I think we went down to, yeah, we went from Edinburgh down to Cardiff, then over to London, then Amsterdam, Belgium, or Brussels, Luxembourg, Paris, Andorra or nearby, Madrid, Lisbon, Rabat, Gibraltar, Algiers, Tunis, Malta, Tripoli, then a big long leg down to N'Djamena in Chad, then over to Niamey in Nigeria, whatever the capital of Burkina Faso is, Ouagadougou, and then over to Bamako. From Bamako we shot up on one of the longer legs to Laayoune in Western Sahara, and then down to Nouakchott, down to Dakar, over to Cape Verde, back across to Banjul or nearby, down to Bissau, down to Conakry, down to Freetown, come down and across to near Monrovia, as close as I can get, over to Abidjan, then to Accra, Lomé, Porto Novo, or as close as I can get, Abuja, which is the capital of Nigeria, Malabo, which is the capital of Equatorial Guinea down here, Yaoundé, the capital of Cameroon, Bangui, capital of Central African Republic, Libreville for Gabon, Sao Tome, And today we flew from Brazzaville to Kinshasa, and now we're heading on to Luanda, but there's a lot left to do. There's a whole lot left to go, and I shouldn't have it open. There we go. And holy cow! For the first time in a while, we've got clear skies in Africa, and I give you ortho. The true glory of ortho and the sky clouds, the ground clouds. This is why I put in 19 hours over the last couple of days leaving my computer to do this. That looks stunning. That looks absolutely beautiful. Inside view plus. There you go, Hayden. Ah, you can't hear me. See if I can turn this down anymore. Is that better? Can I turn on a boost for the mic? Just the mic. Volume range for the mic can go, no, not that. Can go up to like 140%. And we'll just do a volume boost. There we go. So now I'm running the mic on 140% volume, but okay. That's too bad. See, this ortho took 19 hours to generate. It was painful, but I feel it was worth it. And see, Massey. With the exception of the ground clouds, I feel like this ortho is worth the 19 hours or so that I put in to make it look just visually stunning. Like when the mountains actually look like mountains, that's when I know, that's when I'm happy. So I'm very happy, and this ortho just... yes. Just yes. I mean, I can literally just leave it here and I'll be quite happy. I can pause the sim, just be happy. Look at this view for hours. By the way, I know there's nothing appearing beside the now playing. It's because it's broken for some reason, and actually now would be a good time to try and fix that one. Where is text? No, that's the now playing. It's this that I want. Might not have been working because it's been resized to something insane. You don't want to work, maybe? Because that'd be really nice. why that doesn't work. It just doesn't work. Also, Hayden, nice to see you here for once. I saw and share your concerns with regards to the new Microsoft Flight Sim. It is concerning that it's going to console. It looks stunning. Absolutely stunning. But the fact that it's going to Xbox One is very concerning. I would argue scary. Because it comes with an Airbus. I mean, anything that comes with an Airbus should be good. Surely. But yeah, it's Microsoft, so I don't know. I really don't know. There are rumors though that it's being developed by Aerosoft, which does help a bit, I guess. Oh hey, my ground clouds. I might be able to take a screenshot over here. Getting to something that kind of looks more screenshotty. Or space, one of the two. Away we go! No. Zoom out. No, that's in. Zoom out a small bit. Dramatic camera movement. There we go. I'll throw this in Discord right now, just for funsies. All of my things. Where is my explain folder there? Oops, there it is. Output, and it is. I'm really good at getting that exact angle on pictures. And the chat being dead, there's not much for me to talk about, I'll be honest. It does help when chat actually talks. Anybody actually watching? Claiming 0, and that's slightly concerning. 9 people watching, but nobody talking. I'm not sure which number to trust. There's a bit of lag in the frame rate lag in the video as well. On the stream. Next leg is going to be in a jet on Friday. I'll tell you that for nothing right now. Just because it's probably close on 2,000 kilometers. We can go to Namibia. 1,500. Yeah, that's a jet lag. There's no way I'm not using a jet for that. See what happens if I change the time to real time. See how dark it gets. Oh, it should be sunsetty. That is distinctly not sunsetty. Move to about 6 of. Oh, dramatic shadows. Extremely dramatic shadows. Holy cow. How far is the sun from setting? Probably far enough to even get a sunset landing in. We've just had a slight weather change as well, which is nice. In terms of where we are on the flight plan, we are currently not on the map. We're just after passing by Itnel, heading towards Antux on Uniform Tango 943. So at Antux, I want to start planning my arrival. But I can do it now. Let's get this up. And my arrival airport is what? FNLU. The 4th of February airport. 2708 knots. So it'll be ILS 23. Via, I'm gonna say Mango. Mango looks like it's not via Ontar. And the arrival will be Padawan Bravo. Are we serious? Or the Padawan Bravo? Okay, Padawan Bravo is so much better. GG though. Oh, we can take the Arnav approach? Let's take the Arnav approach then. Can't remember if this can actually do an Arnav approach, but we can take the Arnav approach. These rivers causing chasms in the ground is quite something. I think it's actually I think what's actually happening here is not rivers causing chasms, it's rivers cutting through the trees and the yeah, that would make a lot more sense. you're seeing is the ground here isn't actually the ground, it's the tops of trees. It's the top of the African rainforest. You can see that there's some odd lines running through it as well, which would hint again that it's actually treetops and that these chasms are rivers, but the chasm is caused by the trees being like not being there. If that makes any sense. Oop, that's a video note. Is this real time weather? No, I've scooted the time back, but it is real weather. Real time would look a lot more like this, which isn't exactly fun to watch. So if I just scoot the time back by an hour or so, it's a bit much. Scoot the time back to say 6:11. We get a really dramatic lighting going on. With the aim of coming onto the arrival during sunsetting kind of time and getting a really nice sunset arrival. It's the aim, that's the plan. Whether the plan will actually pay off, I don't know. But the plan is a sunsetty kind of arrival. Just to look pretty, basically. The weather, I'll show you with active sky here. Just want to confirm. Oh, I've got historical weather mode on. It's not real weather. It's going to update in a few minutes. So I might need to replan some stuff. Are we now at real weather? Should be a jump instead of that gradual. Yeah, I was using weather from I think January. So conditions of 4th of February now. 2407. That doesn't sound right to me. Can I get a meter for FNLU here? 2407. Yeah. 1011. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that is actually real weather. So this is real weather then. Actual real world right now weather, and if you look at let's see, where's the nearest town or area? Quilo Futa or Quimby or Damba or Sanzapambo or Beo or Makeda do Zombo on like a world map, on windy maps. You will probably find that the weather is mostly... This is mountains. This is actually quite mountainous terrain with like river valleys running through it. It actually gets a bit more mountainous over here and then kind of flattens out down by Sanzapambo and Kisara. That is interesting. Very interesting terrain right here. Kikwit. Okay, so that is actually what the terrain looks like, barring these weird tree lines. I'm surprisingly fine with that as well. Obviously barring the sky clouds as well. But I do have auto-gen turned up to basically max, so things look pretty. That's my FPS currently. 30! Not bad. Not bad considering this is the most frame rate intensive time of day. current ground speed is 272 knots along the ground. And is there anything I need to do here? Turn off the ice light. The pitot heat should have been on this entire time. And other than that, we are good. How are we for fuel? Yeah, we're fine for fuel. I thought that was a town ahead of us, not just... It's actually just weird ground clouds. I would love to fly through this area in real life. Holy cow, that looks beautiful. The heavy autogen there looks... It just adds to it, really. Covers up the ground clouds reasonably nicely. So, 17,000 feet. We'll need to descend 17... 17 times 3 is 45, 48, 51. 51 miles out minimum is when we want to start our actual descent. And we are currently the arrival is the Padawan B, Padawan Bravo, and load that, and then it is going to be the RNAV 23. Via Soto, I think it is. Evada. And load that. And then go to flight plan. So really it'll be after Evada that we'll do all our descending. No, it won't, because it'll be between Padal and Evada. 17 and a half. And our RNAV, what's the top of the RNAV? 3,000 at Evada. So gotta drop 14,000, so 44 miles from Evada we'll want to descend. .44 miles out from Nevada, we'll want to descend, and there's actually a second runway there. Interesting. Just bring up this little window. Nope, that's not it. Window chart, yeah. So there is, interestingly, this is our approach, by the way. We'll be coming into Evada at 3,000, continuing to Golf 04 Lima at 1,800, and then continuing on at 232 heading. But there's two sets of runways there. I'm going to take the RNAV 23 because that allows for precision arrival. Minimums are 478. Is this a radar altimeter? It is. So 420, blaze it. Set minimums at 480. That's surprisingly high, but presumably there's a reason. And it is just basically going to be a case of keep the plane 17,000, keep it flying, double check that that's fine. It had drifted a bit. And just continue on this. go. Vertical speed of 0 currently, which is perfectly straight and level. And I get the distinct feeling that something's not right with YouTube dashboard here, so I'm just going to refresh. No, it's claiming that was the right number. Okay. 9 people watching, but none of them chatting. Incredibly frustrating to stream to. Ooh, I didn't know I could do this. I didn't know I could set up a slew. Hello, Matt! You seem to be the only one that consistently chats in these streams now. Which is both comical and frustrating. I'm guessing a part of the problem is that Simulate is streaming as well. And some of the guys that would be chatting potentially are actually over there. You're eating at the moment as well, fat ass. No, don't start playing a Scott Manley video, phone. Please don't start playing a Scott Manley video as soon as I unlock you. Good, you didn't start playing a Scott Manley video as soon as I unlocked you. I love Scott Manley, but I don't want to be copyright claimed by him. Hey Matty, how's things going? Pretty good. We're just chilling out in a pretty nice cruise, I would argue. Very nice cruise over to Luanda in Angola from Kinshasa in a Beech King Air 200. Estimating retails 1833. That's only half 7. I'm fine with that, actually. Yeah, ETA is about 1833 Zulu. It's about half 7 my time, so we've only got about half an hour left on this flight. I did, and I'm concerned. I'm both excited and concerned for it, Matty. Like, the excitement is obviously going to be there because it is a brand new flight sim from Microsoft, who made FSX, which is just legendary in terms of flight sims. Are those clouds or are they're actual clouds? That's really interesting down there. Those are very low cirrus clouds. It's interesting because like Microsoft made FSX, which is the most legendary flight sim. P3D is based on it to this day. Flight Sim World was kind of based on the FSX engine, just a bit updated, 64-bit. The modeling and the terrain looks stunning from Microsoft Flight Sim. Obviously, there's no way to tell what the flight model's going to be like, which is going to be a big thing for me. Like if everything feels like it flies on rails, I'm not interested. I want to feel like I'm being challenged by a plane when I'm flying it. The aircraft choice that was being shown in the trailer, you know, there was an Icon A5, a Diamond 42. I would presume, even though it wasn't shown to my knowledge, that there will be the obligatory Cessna 172 that just seemingly has to be in every flight sim ever. There's a Pilatus PC-12 in terms of the commercial side of flying. You know, PC-12 is basically a commercial plane. I'm not going to pretend like it's something you'd fly as a daily flyer. If I was a pilot in real life, I'd fly something like an F-33, A-36, Baron, maybe a 172, 182, maybe a Piper 24. But in terms of the jetliner, something very interesting was seen, and that was an Airbus A320, which, yeah, that's grabbed my attention. It was an A320neo as well. So interesting, very interesting. I have signed up for the newsletter for MSFS, hoping that there'll be some sort of extended beta access for free, so that that I can get kind of sink my teeth into and get a couple dozen hours in, both in GA and in the A320, which I've not flown for a long time. And I mean, if it's good, then I see no reason why I can't do a few of the... Well, why I can't, number one, buy it, number two, do a few of the World Tour legs in Flight Sim, in Microsoft Flight Sim. If it's terrible, then I'll hopefully number one, get some beta access. Number two, I'll probably know from that. It does seem, however, as if it's based on Flight Sim World, which was an unmitigated disaster, and why I hate Dovetail games, why I refuse to buy anything from them. But it does look interesting, and there's already some rumors going around that it's being developed by actually Aerosoft, so that is promising and worrying in equal measure. The flight that's coming to console is equally worrying. Hey, Kirk Waring. How am I? I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good. Just talking about the new Microsoft Flight Sim that was announced last night for both Xbox and PC. I really don't know what to think about it overall. Like, on the one hand, it's a new flight sim, which is great for flight sims. On the other hand, it's for console, which... And I mean no disrespect to console gamers here. I mean this in the nicest possible way. Things tend to get dumbed down for console because controllers often can't handle, and consoles themselves often can't handle the physics requirements of a full-on simulator. Like Assetto Corsa was simplified for console. Project Cars, I would argue, is a very simplified version of what it could be on PC because of console. But I know there's more than a few people out there who play flight sims on an Xbox controller. Imagine that's one of my concerns. Is like, will they all just have GPS, or will there be like some really wonky system for using the FMC on an Xbox controller? But here's a counterpoint. That's not due out until 2020, and it's coming to PC first, which hints that the new Xbox that was kind of soft launched last night at the Xbox conference, it hints that it might have some sort of keyboard. And some sort... I get the feeling that Xbox is going to move slowly and gradually towards just being a PC. I get the feeling that the new Xbox might have a standard mouse and keyboard. It might just be a plug and play box PC. Why is this leaking? Why are you leaking? You should not be leaking. Or did I just put you down where there's an existing? No, you are leaking. Why are you leaking? Do not leak, please. I'll have to do some running repairs on this. Hello, simulate, goof, smell, fam, yes you do. So we are now making the turn to Utivo, okay. So still got quite a distance to go until top of descent. That'll do. Yes, question. What is your question? RPG this is. There's a little town down there. Cute little town. Hello down there, little town. Why are people online saying X-Plane 10 is better than X-Plane 11? I mean, X-Plane 10 is older, so it's got more payware for it. And probably a bit more freeware. That's about it. To my mind. X-Plane 11... I can't remember if X-Plane 10 had PBR. X-Plane 11 definitely does. Hence why the leather on the inside of the door here looks stunning. X-Plane 10 was global actually, so that had the full world, which is why it was called X-Plane 10 global. I feel like X-Plane 11 is just a much more modern sim, and to my mind is better. But X-Plane 10 does have some advantages. For now. X-Plane 11. X-Plane 11, they're working on getting Vulkan to replace OpenGL. And that is going to really just open things up. Especially for people like me. My sim is CPU limited, so it's gonna open the sim up for me completely. Just delimit a lot of stuff. Because it'll finally allow hyper-threading to work. That's quite a mountain range there. That's mildly concerning. Is that on the map? Where are we? Oh, that is on the map. Oh, weird. That's the mountain range I'm looking at over there. Is this an OpenGL? Yeah, pretty much every game's running OpenGL at the moment, so. It's just that most games now port that OpenGL through DirectX. OpenGL is just a memory access system that ports into the CPU. That's what most games use OpenGL for now, and Vulkan is the direct replacement, which isn't limited to 1 or 2 cores. It basically allows access to every core all at once, allows hyper-threading to happen, allows multi-threading, and basically makes it so that an entire CPU runs the game, not just 1 or 2 cores. OpenGL, I think, maxes out at 2 cores of any given GPU or CPU. Fair enough, simulate. The hell is that luminous green crap? I think that's supposed to be like lakes or ponds or something. I'm not entirely sure what that is. Everything sunset wise, pretty good. Ectoplasm. It's a nuclear spill, I'll have you know. Some of the things that I see from Autogen are just like, what the hell are you even doing? I'm reasonably confident that the... Oh, do you know what it is? It's ground that's just being illuminated by the sun. That's what it is. There's an airport over there. That is... looks like just a generic auto airport. What I need to do during the week is the next stream is probably going to be 1 flight only, just because the amount of stuff I'm going to need to generate is going to be insane. what I need to do is look up can I just go Eros and hope? Here in Namibia, no, there's no free roam. That's annoying. And then, yeah, flying into Stellenbosch in South Africa. They're going to be two very long legs. So let's see if I can find some scenery from Stellenbosch. It's from 2013. That's also from 2013. How good / bad does this look? It looks like it's from 2013. I mean, it could work. It could definitely work. So for those of you that have seen the Microsoft Flight Simulator trailer, I have a question for all of you. What do you think of it? Are you looking forward to it? Are you concerned by it? Do you think that was all just pre-rendered nonsense that was being shown in the trailer? You have your doubts, man? How so? How are these doubts manifesting? Talk to Uncle Dave about your doubts. Explain your problems to me, and they will be solved. I don't know why I've gone for creepy voice, but I am extremely calm, and may or may not go on a rambling murdering spree soon. No. I mean, Matt, I'd like to counter that point with, I'd just like to counter that point right there with, I can't see it looking that good and also being good at simulating. It's 2019, I can totally see that. Ow. I actually hurt my neck doing that. I can totally see that working out. The scenery all default and looking like that? Again, there are ways that they can do it, like, and this would be a weird way to do it, but LOD the terrain? Or like what X-Plane does, and you might not have copped this. See the mist? That's covering the fact that a lot of this terrain isn't actually loaded. It's only loading what it actually needs. A bit more than it needs, but it's covering up the loading circle with this mist. It's a very cheeky, very cheeky and very smart way of covering up the fact that there's a loading circle in effect for terrain and textures, and it hides it. So there's no visual pop-in, usually. So I could argue that all default, yeah, it could look like that. And it could run really well. And holy cow, we've just had the sun setting a bit more. Okay. Now we're in that really pretty part of day where everything is just random colors. we've got the golden sun, and then as we move over here, it's a lot more red, and then a bit of purple. A bit of gold off over there. This is the really pretty time of day, and I'm feeling suddenly like 17,000 feet isn't high enough, but we're gonna stay here for now. I will say as well, and plane nerds who might have looked at the route that I'm planning might have already copped this, that, you know, I'm going to all world capitals. Bhutan has an interesting capital, Paro. It's got a very interesting airport that's in the Himalayas. Just started a 15-hour shift on the road. Well, hello, DMF. Sounds like a fun time. Super happy fun times for you. I, on the other hand, I'm just chilling out. Coming up towards the end of this flight, with the looks of it. ETA is 1834 Zulu. We're currently at 1812 Zulu. So we got about 20 minutes left on the old flight here. I've just realised that it's kind of offset to one side on this. There we go. There we go. Take up the whole screen. There you go. Got about 20 minutes left in the flight. And it's gonna be a bit longer than 20 minutes. That 20 minutes is assuming we stay at exactly this speed. And fly direct, which we're not going to be doing. We do still have an arrival left to do. Just gonna open up VATSPY real quick. Oh, hello. And there we are, Luanda, and Fox Zulu Alpha Bravo is not in that at all. Who's Shen? Sandra's online. Who's controlling Shen? And Corcus. He must be streaming. Thank you to whoever's just followed me on Twitch. Jacobs 123, I believe it was. Thank you for the follow on Twitch. Does that kind of show up over here? Hey, it's all working today. I forgot I had that notification sound. So yeah, if you want to see something hilarious, something ridiculous, feel free to follow on Twitch. I'm just having a bit of, oh my god, bit of fun flying to Luanda. And then on Friday we'll be heading from Luanda down to Namibia, which is Windhoek. After Windhoek, depending on time, we might do this on Friday as well. After Windhoek is going to be Cape Town, and we're not going to be flying into Cape Town International as you would somewhat expect. We're going to be flying into Stellenbosch Aerodrome. From Stellenbosch, we're then going to head to I shouldn't have tried. Oh god. We're going to be heading to Lesotho and Meja Metralana Airport. From there we're going to Matsafa in Eswatini. From Eswatini we're heading to Mozambique in what might actually be a mean leg. Yeah, it's 142 k's. A bit long for a mean leg. But things will get interesting once we hit Malawi and Kamuzu International Airport, because from Kamuzu International Airport, flying to Madagascar, Nivato International Airport, then out to the Maldives, the Seychelles, the Comoros. I don't know if there is an airport in Mayotte. Might make a touch and go in Mayotte. and then back to Tanzania, Burundi, Rwanda, Uganda, Kenya, Somalia, South Sudan, Ethiopia, whatever this country is, Somalia. Again? Oh, yeah, because Somalia is really weird and is technically two countries, but not, but is. Reasons. Then on to Djibouti, Eritrea, Sudan, and to end the African leg of the tour, it's going to be Egypt. Giza, the Sphinx International Airport in Egypt. From Egypt, it's off to Israel, then Jordan, and then out around the Middle East to Saudi Arabia, Yemen, Oman, the UAE, Qatar, Bahrain, Kuwait, then off to Iraq, then Syria and Lebanon, and then we have what is most definitely meme leg, the second meme leg of the tour. First one being today, is going to be a flight between Greek Cyprus, Larnaca International Airport, and Turkish Cyprus, Nicosia, Erkan International Airport. Which are both Cyprus, but the two halves. Then from Turkish Cyprus, we're on to Turkey, and then Greece. That's fun. Albania, the country formerly known as the former Yugoslav Republic of Macedonia, now just known as North Macedonia. Kosovo, which I'm sure Serbians will be delighted by. Bulgaria, Romania, Serbia, Montenegro, Bosnia-Herzegovina, Croatia, Slovenia, San Marino, the Vatican, which is going to be Rome. Then leading on to the third meme leg, which is Rome to Rome. We're just going to fly between the two airports there to signify both countries. Then Nice, Monte Carlo, Nice Côte d'Azur Airport for Monte Carlo. Then Switzerland, Liechtenstein, Austria, Hungary, and then Slovakia. Even though Austria and Slovakia could be a meme leg, I decided not to do that. On to Czechia, up to Denmark. No, after Czechia, it's It's Germany, Denmark, Norway, Sweden, Finland, Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania, Poland, Moldova, Ukraine, Belarus, Russia, and this is where the problems really begin, is Russia. Russia's the first problematic country, to be honest, in the tour. Because Russia's so big that I actually have 3 legs planned in Russia. I could, in theory, do a jet leg from Moscow to Tbilisi in Georgia, and I might do that and just skip 2 legs. But from Georgia, it's then on to Armenia, Azerbaijan, Iran, Turkmenistan, Uzbekistan, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan, Afghanistan, Pakistan, and then India is ridiculous. Because I've got about 7 legs planned there. Again, I could probably do a jet leg from Islamabad Airport or an airport in Islamabad to wherever. Or no, we could do Pakistan to India fairly fine. It's getting down to the Maldives and Sri Lanka is issues, and then getting back up to Nepal. And there's one hell of a long haul jet leg in between. I think that's Hong Kong. No, Macau and Tibet. Mongolia, because it's just yeah. Yeah. There's no other way I could do it. Crossing the Pacific, we're going to be going up via the top of Russia to the top of Alaska. There's no easy way to get out to Hawaii, so we're just going to have that as 2 long haul legs. back to back. And then we're gonna do after the US and South America. And I am tentatively planning a leg to Antarctica. We're gonna cross the pond. We're gonna do my own version across the pond, which has conveniently a stop in Iqaluit, which is one of the Canadian provinces, then onto Greenland, Iceland, the Faroe Islands, which people keep forgetting exist, and then the Faroe Islands is going to be our final stop before Dublin. At present, I might add in extra stops. So I am going to, I think now, I want to start descending. Yeah, we're going to want to ascend to 3,000 feet. So let's just get this all set up to descend. Just get that zeroed out, up to 3,000. And we will hit number 1, I'll select and descend with a vertical speed of 1,500 feet per minute, should be good. Pull this down to half power. You can see that the torque is uneven actually, that's mildly concerning. I think I fixed it there. Yeah, the torque is now more even between the two engines. And we have, as I actually hoped, a nice evening approach going on into Luanda. Even though in real life it's pretty much pitch black in Luanda at the moment. Let's just get some of this set up here. Yep, that's all good. It's all good. These clouds look amazing. Actually, holy cow. The terrain just kind of coming out of the mist looks amazing. This is the bit of evening that I hate because the sun just illuminates all of the mist. And yeah, the ground has disappeared. The sun is illuminating the mist. Also, you can see where the sky cone stops and where the mist cone stops or something. We are descending down to 3,000. Hopefully we'll be there by Avada. Hopefully. 10,000, 25 to go, 7 threes, 21. Yeah, we're actually descending a touch fast. Let's bring this back to 1,300. And let's get QNH in. QNH in. I can actually get it from here. 2406 knots. 2321 scattered 2000. 1011. And active sky says the exact is 2985. Perfect. I'm not going to need anything in the back panel for a little while, so let's get the yoke on up. And coming down through 8,000, I've already got landing and taxi lights on. We are prepared for landing, light-wise at least. Flaps will still need to come down. We'll go flaps full, gear down, and plan full reversers. Let's get the props and conditions up fully. We want both of these maxed out for landing. Pull back power a small bit more. And next important question, are we on course? Wind correction not available. We are slightly off course, so I'll just do a little blip to that. There we go. We got a lot of wind correction going on here at the moment because the course is I'll show you possibly better on this. The course is this red line. We're the weird stick airplane, and we're at a really quite funky angle, but that's going to actually sort itself, I think, on approach. Quick profile check, 6,000, 15 threes are 45. No. 3 threes are 9. We're still actually below profile. So let's bring it back to 1,000 feet per minute. We'll let some speed bleed off as we go. Idle the engines back a bit more. Now obviously I can't see the ground, so I'm just monitoring the instruments, making sure that we're roughly on profile. 2 threes or 6. Let's get back to 600. Making sure that we got decent management of as much as possible right now, quite honestly. should be on the ground in the next 10 minutes or so. Maybe a bit more. 2 3s or 6 still. We're coming back on our descent profile, back to where we should be. And I do believe that is an airport. No, that is a city. I'm hoping we see an airport. If we don't see an airport, I'll start getting a bit worried. We are still, can actually activate the approach now. We are still quite a distance out from the airport, so we should be fine. Should be about 5,000 feet. We're actually at 4,000. Let's put a bit more speed in. Airport should be becoming visible soon. Is that our airport? There. Slightly concerned we don't have airport in sight, but still got a few track miles to go. Not the biggest concern ever. Definitely coming on descent profile now. There's Luanda, the beginnings of it at least. Just off the left, coming up to the left wing now. And I am just currently on the lookout for the airport. Should be there-ish, by my reckoning. Okay, a bit more downwards please, a bit less forwards. Activate approach mode. Disable that. No, disable that. Activate. No, activate approach mode. Approach flaps in. I'll select and it's 1800. Gotta be there at 4 miles, so let's go descend at 700 feet per minute. Field is still not in sight. We are mostly on track here. In terms of our flight plan, where are we? Just overlooking the approach itself. So next waypoint should be Golf 048 Lima is. And we need to be... Oh, that's the gear warning. We need to be at 1800 by then. And hopefully approach mode will kick soon. Okay, do we have the field in sight now? No, we're coming through the scattered clouds now. Still don't have the field in sight, which is very concerning actually at this point. It should be directly ahead. Haha! Field in sight. And at a weird angle, which it shouldn't be. See you, Matt. Let's get the gear down. We gotta bring this in manually. Ah, we do have glide slope. Is this gonna bring me in the entire approach here, or am I gonna have to make some alterations? Oh, that was the alternate runway. There's the runway. Perfect runway in sight. We're low, which is good. There is Luanda off the left wing. Lovely view out over the city. And directly ahead as well. We'll be in the ground in 5 minutes or less, I think. Once we intercept glide slope, we will, or I will throw flaps out full. Still 4 red. On the poppies, we're still below profile, which is exactly what I want to be seeing. Still 4 red. And it's just waiting for 2 white poppies and we will be descending again. This city looks gorgeous, by the way. Just want to point that out. I would actually like to fly here in real life. Because this is just... I'd do it at night, because this is a gorgeous sight. You should get 1 white in a moment. Coming in at 140 knots. We are good speed-wise. We are a bit low height-wise, but there's 1 white. 2 white should be momentarily. There's the descent, full flaps. And full power out. Coming down a touch fast at the moment, but that's fine. We do have a bit of leveling to do. We're below profile. We're above profile. Still 2 red, 2 white. Let's take some manual control. The creakiest, I really need to sort the creaking with this. 3 red, let's just pop her up a bit. Hey, game with me. I'm gonna try.
Approaching. 2, 3.
Okay, should be good to fly in a crab now. There's a lot of crab angle going on, holy cow. Too much crab.
Minimums.
Minimums continue.
500.
Where's the rest of the GPWS callouts? There's 500. Yeah, you're good now. Should get 100. We should get 100 momentarily. Landing lights are on, by the way. There they are, illuminating the runway. Full power now. And what the hell? It just dropped. We'll never understand this plane. Let's get the props feathered. It just dropped all airspeed and plummeted. I need to get XP realistic, I think. Just for the effects and the sounds. Landing lights can come off now. As can be strobe. And in terms of parking, I want the charts. Taxi, airport. I'm gonna have to cross 0725. I mean, we're gonna probably park up taxiway Alpha or Apron Alpha. Don't want to be stopping the military apron. Reverser not ready. I don't need reversers. There's no need to worry me about that. Let's get the flaps up. Turn off the internal lights. Just have it mood lighting. Let's keep the internal lights on. Yes, shut up about the damn reversers. I don't care if they're not ready. I'm not going to need them. I'm on the ground already. You don't need to reverse on the ground. There's a lot of cargo jet planes from Canada, a couple of FedEx as well. Looks like we got a bit of a cargo apron going on there. I'm just going to ignore the let's see. Over here we have that looks actually more like a GA kind of apron. I'm gonna pull into one of the hangars. I know that the chart says the military apron right there, but I'm gonna pull into, unless there's a hangar a bit farther up, maybe near the ATR over there would be an option. I think pulling up near the ATR might be an option. So this should be the runway.
Approaching 07.
Yes. Pull back. Just to full idle. Don't need a lot of power to taxi. I mean, there's an ATR there as well. In fact, it is parked up beside a 172, possibly 182. No, we'll park down by the FedEx ATR over here. Yeah, I'll park over the actual civilian apron. No, what X-Plane is trying to convince me is a civilian apron. Park up here. Yeah, beside the FedEx 208. And we'll just spin it around a bit. Whap the Learjet there. Parking brakes on. And we can kill the fuel. Kill the fuel. And turn off the auto ignition. Oh, the landing lights were on. I turned them off after we landed. There we go. Back to cold and dark. Welcome back, Alexander. You've just missed the landing and, well, the crash landing, because that was not a good landing. I'd just like to point out that American probably don't bring a 737 here. Like, the KC-120s, the refueling tankers, completely understand them. FedEx, completely understand these three. Maybe not with November Reg, but okay. Wizz, no. Let's see what other nonsensical airlines they have. I'm just going to log off VATSIM here real quick. And go free cam. So we got American, which makes no sense. Wizz, which makes no... please don't. Please tell me that's not a Delta. It's a Delta 737, isn't it? Yeah. Good. We have behind that Air Canada 76. Yeah, I guess. And a Qantas 747 for some reason. I'm not entirely convinced that a 747 could actually take off from here, but... yeah. Oh, here's the GA apron. Get your hard drive working again? Very nice. That's the GA apron. I've parked the entire opposite side of the apron. Cargo jet is Canadian. I wouldn't expect it to be flying an ND88 here. But DHL, yeah. FedEx, yeah. Anything else over here that makes zero sense whatsoever? Lufthansa Regional makes no sense. Alitalia MD88 makes no sense. What's that beside the Alitalia? I think that's a Swiss airline. There's two of them that makes no sense. A few of these make no sense, I'll be honest. I tend not to question this. But yeah, the Lufthansa regional Dash 8s make literally no sense. Nor do the ATRs. Actually, the Lufthansa regionals will be ATRs, most likely. The ATR 72s. But yeah, that's going to do it for the stream. One okay landing and one terrible landing. I'm making a habit of this and I don't like it. I'll be back tomorrow with probably Farm Sim. until then, stay safe, and goodbye.